Hi, I'm Linda Matthews, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make your own printable mason jar shapes that are perfect to use as embellishments in your junk journals. To make the embellishments, I'm using this easy-to-use template set that includes 9 templates. The templates include 4 different mason jar shapes in 3 sizes, as well as individual lids and jar outline templates that can be used to create more complex designs. The templates come in 3 different formats. The PDF format is easy to print and can be used with your own printed papers or scrapbook papers. The PNG format can be used in a photo editing program such as Photoshop or Photoshop Elements or other similar programs, and gives you more creative options for designing using digital papers. And the Canva frame templates can be used in Canva. The template pages are designed to print on US letter size paper, however you can also use A4 size paper. The PDF templates are easy to use with your own printed papers or scrapbook papers. Open the PDF template file and select the page that you want to print. In the Print dialog box, make sure the page scaling option is set to None so that the template prints at the correct size. The wording for this may be different depending on the software that you use. Insert a sheet of printed paper or scrapbook paper into your printer and then print the template page. To get started designing using the PNG format files, open one of the PNG templates in your photo editing program. I'm using Photoshop Elements, however you could also use Photoshop or Photop, which is a free Photoshop alternative, or any other similar type of program. Then add a digital paper and move it to a layer underneath the template layer. To add the digital paper, you can use the menu commands to select, copy and paste, or simply drag the image out of the frame and onto the document. You can use one digital paper to create your design, or you can use multiple papers and align them within the individual elements on the template. If one of the papers overlaps another, use a layer mask to hide the overlap. To use a layer mask, select the layer, then click the layer mask icon. Select a hard brush and make sure that the opacity is set to 100%. Then select the colour black and brush away the overlap. As well as making just basic mason jar shapes, you can also make separate lids for the jars in a different colour or texture. Open the Lids template and move it to a layer below the main template. Then add a digital paper and place it on the layer above the Lids template. Right-click on the layer and select Create Clipping Mask. This clips the paper to the shapes on the layer below. You can also create a coloured outline for the jar. Open the Outlines template and place it on a layer at the top. Then add a colour adjustment layer. To add a colour adjustment, click the new Fill or Adjustment Layer icon and select Solid Colour. Click OK to close the dialog box, then right-click on the layer and select Create Clipping Mask. Double-click on the adjustment and select the colour for the outlines. You can use the colour picker to pick up a colour from the background paper or select a different colour of your choosing. As well as designing in programs like Photoshop, you can also design in Canva using the Canva frame templates. To get started, log into your Canva account. Then click the link to the Canva template. You can find the link in the document that's included with your download. The Canva frame templates include individual frames for each of the pieces, as well as the overlay templates. To upload your digital papers, you can use the Upload Files button and select the files from your desktop, or drag the files out of the folder and drop them onto the Canva editor. Included are 2 sets of templates for each size. One set is a complete jar with lid, and the other set is a jar with a separate lid, so you can create a lid using a different colour paper. You can use the templates in several different ways. You can add one paper to cover the whole of the background area. To do this, click on the thumbnail, then move the paper to the top left corner and resize to cover the background area. You can use the Control or Command keys on your keyboard to prevent the paper from snapping into the frames. Then move the template overlay to the top layer. To do this, click on the background paper, then click the Position button on the top menu. Select the Layers tab, and then you can drag the layers into the correct order. The template overlays are located underneath the frame layer. There are 2 templates, the main template and the outlines overlay. Simply move the main template to the layer above the digital paper layer. You can also insert papers into each individual frame. To do this, drag the paper over the frame until it clicks into place. To adjust and resize the paper, double-click on it and move it around using the handles. When you're done, click on the background to exit. To change the colour of the outlines, move the Outlines Overlay template to the top of the Layers panel. Then click the Edit button on the top menu. Select Filters on the left menu, then scroll down to Duotone and select Custom. Duotone is an effect that applies two contrasting colours to an image, one for the highlights and one for the shadows. In this instance, there are no highlights and the shadows are the black outlines. Set the shadow colour to whatever colour you want to apply to the outlines. All the other pages can be designed in the same way. Once the design is completed, you can save it for printing. Click the Share button and then Download. Select File Type PDF Print and make sure to check Flatten PDF. Then click the Download button.